champion pool. It was also a very high priority on red side for Gambit yesterday. With Fizz banned away, their first lock-in will be the Rek'Sai.
Hey, you talked about the Gragas, how some teams have favored Echo over it. If you do ban one of the tier 1 junglers and the other one is left open, you should always expect it to be first pick. That does mean, of course, the Unicorns have plenty of picks to go for. Alistar for Hilisan. He had a decent game. Yesterday he roamed around pretty well, and Morgana has been banned away. But then he loses some of that pick pressure we normally see when he plays these skill shot champions that can really set them up like Thresh, which could also be a go-to pick for him.
Let's take a look at what else is available. Alistar, as you've mentioned. Kalista Alistar was the combo that Unicorns locked in yesterday. Looks like they might be changing that recipe up. Fnatic did the Sivir, H2K did the Sivir, Unicorns doing the same.
I think this, in terms of overall team synergy, is the best 2v2 lane you can have. It's hard to remove Kalista there, because Kalista you can add her in as well and you have an insane carry. But what Sivir offers and what Alistar offers to a team in terms of team fighting and also overall map pressure, you have a fantastic roaming support and you have an AD carry that can control waves, push it into the tower when you start setting up these roams, then you teleport down, you have your jungler move in and you just dive because you got that Alistar ulti and you can punish people so hard if they don't have proper wave clear. Corki would be my expected AD carry for Forgiven. The Bard Corki lane is pretty good at pushing out as well, and that should be able to stop an Alistar at least from getting into the situation where you can dive them.
And of course that was the combination that Gambit did run yesterday. It looks like it'll be locked in today. Despite 5.11 having those small nerfs to Sivir's ultimate, not making big changes, and actually we're going to see the Lucian locked in here for Forgiven.
So let's just very quickly talk about why he's switching over. I think Forgiven would normally prefer them to get the Corki, but the reason he goes for Lucian here is because once you get a BF sword, you can start really out-trading this Sivir in the lane here. You can play very aggressive against her. Even from the start, it can be fairly even, but then get that BF sword, you take over completely. So Forgiven here, he's looking for blood.
And he's challenging the numbers, Deficio. Forgiven, or rather, Lucian, has been played 9 times in the summer split. All 9 games have been defeats. 0 and 9 in the current meta. We'll see if Forgiven can make it work and keep Gambit's winning streak alive. For Unicorns of Love, they're going to be looking for their mid laner, top laner, and jungler to round out their composition, and as per usual, should leave that mid lane pick to last.
Yeah.
And we'll find out what they're going to decide to lock in. Chachi will be getting the Ninja once more in Shen.
He had a very good performance yesterday against SK Gaming on Shen. The flash taunts he managed to pull off time and time again was beautiful, and I understand why he's going back to it. We've seen it being fairly strong throughout the day here on 5.11 as well. Not going for Lee Sin for Kikis, but Nidalee also a pick we've seen quite a few times. It's once again, for me, when you have this Sivir, with how easy you can start setting up potential poke situations, Nidalee then starts shining a bit more, and she can also challenge the Rek'Sai in the early game.
So where does Cabochard go with this? We've seen Gnar into Shen twice, actually. Yesterday, Chachi's Shen got bullied around by Freddy's Gnar. Made his life a little difficult, and we'll see whether or not Cabochard wants to go that route. Alternatively, Lulu is locked in. That's going to be for Betsy in the mid lane. Maybe a harder carry here for Gambit. So Gambit looking to put together a very aggressive team composition as the pony has been secured.
Yeah, this is super standard for Gambit in what they like to do. They put Betsy on the more supportive mid laners. We have then a third carry in the top lane for Cabochard, as we always talk about how get him fed early on with your Rek'Sai. This 2v2 they're going to have with Rek'Sai Hecarim and the Ignite as a summoner spell is going to be insanely strong for them up in that top lane, and Shen won't be able to deal with that in terms of fighting. So Gambit once again 3 carries. In a sense, I'm gonna even add in Lulu, even though we know it's more utility based. I want to see though what Forgiven can do on Lucian, because he didn't go for the Corki. He was expecting Unicorns to have more hard engage, so you wouldn't get to set up your poke, and also the Corki into Sivir is a bit of a tricky lane due to the spell shield. Can he traded and your support gets out traded? It's hard to do anything. Kikis though is around the mid lane.
He's going to pounce over Betsy with a defensive flash. Kikis is going to get that movement speed. He's going to move through. There's the attack into dissonance, and Kikis secures first blood, looking to sink his fangs into Rek'Sai. The Diamond's going to be able to get away, holding on to that flash. Unicorns on the board, 3 respective wins. Forgiven's farming very well, but he's got a lot of support from that Lulu and Bard. And, you know, leading up to this game, yesterday we actually heard Betsy saying how it's not Gambit learning to play with Forgiven, it's Forgiven learning to play with Gambit. And all the damage percentages and farm. Everything's leading in that favor.
Take away the red buff and set up a trap for Diamond. He's not spotting them. They're standing still.
No, and he's eaten the javelin toss. Kikis has gone in. Pounced for his second kill of the game.
And this whole build-up, as you just said before here, it starts from Kikis taking the first blue buff. He times it and he says it's now alive. Whenever Betsy leaves the lane, he's going to that blue buff. So he's going to be on the top side. We can easily invade in, set up a trap, take a red buff, go for Betsy, miss your pulverizer. That's not the plan though.
Not this time around. Kikis is going to sidestep. Does get caught by a shockwave. Now Betsy's in trouble, but does not eat a javelin toss. Kikis should be able to get out of this one alive as they make the tower golden. Goes to Pepper, trying to hold on to it for as long as he can.
Great pressure play here from Unicorns though. Power Beaver is just constantly pushed. Vardax now just gonna give it up, given, of course, keeping the pressure going, extending that CS lead. But it feels like Unicorns have had a plan for the early game, and that's something they've been lacking or missing before. Diamond now, he's just gonna double tunnel his way out.
Every other AD carry, barring one, picks up more CS after 20 minutes than Forgiven does. As a team decision, as a farm priority, how the teams are playing the game.
There's the change we keep talking about. Gambit also is a team that doesn't necessarily feel like they have to get these early dragons, and I quite like that.
They do appear to have found an opportunity. There's a ward on the right-hand side of the minimap in the tri-bush, and Cabashot wants to go to it.
He's stuck in his lane against the Shen who can taunt him.
So we'll see if they can. Dragon secured. Almost uncontested. Gambit really not able to, but we do see Vardax. He's thrown down on the hunt. They've set their sights on Diamond Procs. We are going to see Kickers pouncing over, and the shockwave is just going to help for an assist. Kill credit to Vardax. With Diamond Procs down, are they going to go to Baron? This is a brave
Two
call
guys on the bottom lane for Gambit here. Eddie and Forgiven were moving down to clear the bot lane way. So 5 members from Unicorns on the Baron. Forgiven is not going to help. This is going to be about Betsy and Cabochard. And goes to Pepper. It's going to stun the Baron.
So Baron is golden. Tempered Fate going to delay this one. This will only be the 3rd Baron Unicorns of Love will have secured if they can. Gambit are looking to challenge. Hylissang wants to peel them away. Baron secured by Vardax as he auto-attacks it down. Betsy forced to wild growth himself, and he eats a boomerang blade, sending him to the grave. They've lost, Gambit have lost Baron empowered minions. Are looking to accelerate this game at 23 minutes.
Love the play here for them. Everything around that dragon here was set up with the pink wards. There was no wards from Gambit behind them, so there was no good way to teleport. As soon as Cabochard showed himself in lane, they just started. They know Chachi can taunt him. If he tries to TP, no chance for Gambit to fight. This game here has been played very, very slow pace from the Unicorns, but it's been all about the mid lane and that control they've set up to invade in and stop Gambit from making any aggressive plays.
And talk about the tools that Unicorns now have. Not only do they have Baron, they have Stand to take that outer turret down. They do have Chachi, as you mentioned, with Stand United up top. Gambit are grouped though. Let's see whether or not they can find a team fight against this massive minion wave. Oh, very well farmed Unicorns of Love.
Number of minions. There's an engage, potentially.
Only onto Hylissang, though. We do see Stand United comes out. Diamond Procs gets the knockup. Cabochard is trying to trample him down, but he's not going to be able to find anyone. He will be going down shortly as Vardax lands one more of those ricochets. Now Chachi's on the defensive, trying to get away. Gambit look relatively healthy, but they're down in numbers until Betsy eats that javelin from Kickers. That's a flash. The shockwave pulls Forgiven backwards, and he will be going down. Unicorns of Love lose Hylissang. But that is it. They will get the tower, and it looks like Kickers is going to get stunned against the wall. You can see that stat line up top. 16 deaths, tying the entirety of the Spring Split games for Forgiven. Not working out for Gambit today. Unicorns onto the next inhibitor turret as Kickers sinks his fangs in. Gets one more kill against Gambit.
First ulti from Chachi. Didn't have to do anything before. He taunting goes Pepper.
Oh, Gosu's down!
But that team, like everything from the Unicorns, they knew what was going to happen. You know, there's going to be an engage. Gambit has to try and do something. Ult in on whatever target it is. Flash out. Vardax was untouched as well.
They've at least thwarted the threat of the engage from Hecarim, and now the super minions are into the base. You see them cresting those steps. Unicorns have bided their time, using the sustain from Alistair, and they're on to the next inhibitor turret. Nothing Gambit can do. Hylissang hates those minions, knocks them up in the air. All 3 inhibs are down to Fisho.
So many super minions. 5 guys from UOL as well. They got Diamond.
While Diamond's going to be dropping Javelin in the behind. Unicorns get kill number 10. They're onto the Nexus turret as Gosu's being zoned away. One is down. Supers are going to help on the next one. And the Unicorns of Love will break their losing streak to take down Gambit and go 4-4 on the splits.